All praises belong to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. I testify that there is none worthy of worship except Allah alone, and Muhammad is his slave and messenger. Assalamu alaikum. How are you guys doing? I'm Sister Ilham. Welcome to Striving Muslimah. I pray that all is well with you guys by the mercies of Allah. I hope you guys are doing well. I know this holiday time is stressful, especially for reverts. I get it because, it's like your family be hating on you when you become a Muslim already. Then they be having all these family get-togethers and you not there, you can't go. Then they make you feel bad because you can't go and all this kind of stuff. But you're not alone. Allah is with you. Always remember that. When Satan messes with you and play with your mind and make you feel like you're alone, remember Allah is with you. Don't forget, Allah is sufficient for you. He is your protector. He is the one who created you. He's your provider. He's everything. He's your comfort. He's everything you need. You can find it in your relationship with Allah. So, what did I want to talk about today, y'all? Boop, boop, boop. You know what? I'm a people pleaser. And my son called me today and he told me about this hadith. I didn't even tell him what I was thinking about. I had been going through this little struggle with myself for last year. And like I told you guys, this channel is, not this channel, but this page or channel or wherever you're viewing this from, it could be my Instagram, it could be my YouTube, it can be my Facebook, wherever you're watching this video from. My purpose for my social media is to use it for the sake of Allah, to please Allah, to help people, to be a reminder. Do this make me perfect? No. So don't watch my videos and be like, oh, here she go. She thinks she perfect. She thinks she all that. Nah, bruh. My posts don't make me pious. Okay? They don't. My posts do not make me pious at all. They are just reminders for those who believe. And they're also for those who just want to know more about Islam. So I pray that all these videos that I put out, that Allah take them and they help people and guide people back to Allah, guide people to Allah who have never, I just want us all to make it. And so back to me talking about being a people person. A people pleaser. I always wanted to help people since I was young. And so a problem that comes with a person who loves to be helpful is that sometimes we will go against ourselves and our beliefs and everything just to help people because we want to be so helpful. And this always ends up to be detrimental to us. So anyway, my son called me today. And like I said, we can learn from anywhere. It could be your son, anybody has something to give you. When Allah has something to give you, you don't know where it's going to come from. And so this is my personal journey as a Black American Muslim, a revert. This journey is for us to, come together, understand Islam, talk about our struggles and how we getting through them and just support each other. And my son called me today and he was such support. He's a Muslim. He's my oldest child. And, he grown. And he was a Muslim before I was, but he didn't know I was ever thinking about becoming a Muslim or anything like that. So when he found out I took my Shahada, he was like, oh, well, So, but alhamdulillah, because Allah has been helping my family and guiding us. And so when he called today, he was telling me about some things he was going through. And then he mentioned this hadith that I had never heard. So you never know. And I pulled up the hadith so we could read it together. Okay? So, Unna billah inna shaytanir rajim. I seek Allah's protection from Satan. So, I'm going to read it to you and then I'm going to give you a little bit of commentary on it. Okay. So, whoever seeks to please Allah with something displeasing to people, then Allah will be pleased with him. Whoever seeks to please people with something displeasing to Allah, then Allah and the people will both be displeased with him. And so, from what I understand about this, there is a difference of opinion on this hadith. And from the difference of opinion is basically the chain of narration. So it supposedly came from Mother Aisha, the Prophet Muhammad, may Allah peace and blessings be upon him, his wife. And so some people, some scholars are saying, or some Imams are saying that it came from Aisha, but she didn't get that from the Prophet. And then some people are saying she got it from the Prophet and it came from her. Well, here's my opinion on that. Mother Aisha was the Prophet's wife. She was a teacher, a scholar. After he died, that's what she spent her life doing, furthering Islam, pushing the religion. And she was his student. They just wasn't husband and wife. She learned everything from him. So if it came from her, I'm still willing to accept that. I'm not saying whether it came from the Prophet or not, but I'm saying, like, if it did come from her, it's not a bad thing she said, but she's one of the companions, the best of us. So I'm willing to, listen. Like, sometimes y'all have to be like that. Like, people are going to tell you this person is not a good person to listen to. This person, we refuted him. This person, that person, this person, that person. People love to make some type of way to separate us from each other. But we all are on the same team. Or didn't you know? We all one Ummah. So you have to be willing to hear things from different people, and you could do your research, and then you can reject them. But let me tell you something. I'm not here to refute whole people. If people make a mistake and say something they shouldn't have said, and they apologize for it and clear it up, all right, they human beings. If you're looking for perfection, I don't know where you're going to find it, because it ain't here. Because the only thing perfect is Allah. The only being perfect is Allah. Like, we would never be able to be perfect. So anyway, with that being said, back to me being a people pleaser. So there is like I said, some different opinions about the narration chain. But there was some commentary on it from Sheikh Sallam Ibn Taymiyyah. I hope I said his name right. I know you guys have heard him before. If you haven't, you'll hear about him. Trust me. Now, what he had to say on the hadith, this is what he said. Whoever pleases Allah while the people are angry with him, then he has feared him and was his righteous slave. And Allah is an ally to the righteous, and he is sufficient for his slave. Whomever fears Allah, Allah will make a way out of his difficulty and will provide for him from sources he never expected. Allah will certainly suffice him from becoming in need of the people. As for all the people being pleased with him, then this may not happen. They will only be pleased with him if they are free from following their aims and desires, and if they know the outcome. If someone pleases the people while angering Allah, then they will not avail him against Allah at all, just like a wrongdoer who bites on his hand in regret, and he says, as in the verse which means, "Oh, I wish I had taken with the messenger away. Oh, woe to me. I wish I had not taken that one as a friend." That last insert was from the Quran, Surah 25, and ayats 27 to 28. So, this is what I have to say about that. You know what this is like, to explain it? This is like, okay, let's say you're on a sports team, whether it be football, basketball, hockey, whatever you like, soccer, or some of you call it football, cross seas, okay, whatever you like, right? You're part of this team. You're there to, get the team to win. That's your purpose. So y'all can win championships and be number one, right? So you're part of this team. Now, your coach, your head coaches, they get into a dispute with the team owner, right? They get into a dispute with the team owner. They want certain conditions. They're not happy with this or that. And they're getting into this issue with the team owner. Now you decide to back the coach, right? Because the coach, knows your pain. He's there with you when you're doing all your, doing everything. And you're like, shoo, The coach helped us win some rings, some championships. We didn't won up under him. Okay? So you back the coach. The only thing that's wrong with that is that the team owner fires the coach, get new coaches, and guess what? You're now a free agent. Yeah, you lost your spot on the team. You forgot what your purpose was. You had a contract, not with the coach or the head coaches and stuff. You had a contract with the team owner. And in this scenario, the team owner is Allah. And we, as Muslims, when we take our shahada, we declare that Allah is the only one God, and we will worship him and him alone, and Muhammad is his slave and messenger, and that's our contract to become Muslim. So now we Muslim, right? And then being a Muslim, we're the slave. Like Allah is the master, we're the slave. Unfortunately, and I posted a video with this earlier, and this is true, unfortunately, we sometimes forget that we're slaves, or we don't want to accept that. Like, we're good to accept that Allah is the creator, he's the everything, but we don't want to accept the fact that we're slaves. We want to make Islam fit how we feel and what we want from it. And if somebody tell us any truth, we try to find other people that goes against what they said so we can feel comfortable and use that as an excuse not to be obedient and not to fully listen and take guidance from Allah. And the worst of believers are those who were guided and then turned back from guidance, back into the dark when they were brought into the light. And so you have a relationship, you have a contract with Allah. But you decided to please the people, the coaches, who, yeah, they here with you. They in this dunya with you, right? And they have maybe a higher position or whatever, but they still human beings. And you decided to pick, pleasing them and supporting them over the person you got the contract with, who's paying you. And so now you done got kicked off the team. And them coaches ain't got nothing to do that they can help you. They don't even want to help you because now your name bad and they trying to get them a job at another team. They ain't trying to deal with you. They don't want to be bothered with you either. All your fans is mad because now you done messed up the team because you was one of the good players and you went to go follow the coach and now the coach gone, you gone, and you were replaced with those who were willing to continue do the contract correctly with the owner. So with all that, right? Long story short, I was a people pleaser. I say was because I'm no longer that. And the day I realized that was maybe some weeks ago when I was having an issue with someone, and it wasn't a big issue. We were just discussing homosexuality, and I told them that I don't believe in that. And it was someone who's known me my whole life, so they wasn't happy to hear that because they obviously agree with that type of lifestyle. And I clearly said to them, and this is how I know that people pleasing thing was broken. I was like, I can no longer straddle the fence. I love you and I respect you, but I don't agree with what you're saying. And I have to stand firm on my own beliefs and how I feel and what I think about homosexuality. And then it just hit me like a ball. Boom. My issue with friends and family members and stuff like that has always been that I don't want to hurt people. I hate to see people hurt. I hate to see them down. I don't want to be the one to be the source of their hurt and their pain or their issue. And so I used to do things sometimes that was not good for me personally, but at least it helped them. But then what would happen after that is that those same people would turn on me, treat me bad, talk to me crazy, do all kind of stuff to me. And I used to be bewildered. I'm like, what? I gave you my last few dollars. I fed you out my house. I clothed. You take that real personal. But see, had I listened to my first self, I wouldn't have gotten a lot of them predicaments. So it's a learning curve, and that's okay. We all have to learn. So I'm no longer a people pleaser. I would like to please Allah, and that's it, and that's all. And I'm saying all this to tell you guys that there's no way in the world that I'm going to make everybody happy with my videos, with my page, with what I put out. I know that. We're in the end times, we're in the end times, okay? And we were told that at one point truth would be hated. People would hate the truth. but they will love the lies. So if I'm coming with something true, I'm just gonna get people who don't like me, who ain't rocking with me, and that's okay. I don't have an issue with that. As long as I'm pleased, as long as Allah is pleased with me, I'm happy with that, and I want that for you guys as well. So this, like it's unfortunate that we all can't come together and do the right thing sometimes, and that's okay. And you don't even have to like me. I'm not asking you to like me. This is not a contest to like each other and make friends. This is for us to get to Jannah. Seriously, I'm just a person, and I'm definitely not perfect, and I am learning, and as I learn, I want to share those things with you. And if you know things, share them with me, and I want us to support each other and be there for each other. That is my point. That is my purpose. That is the purpose of these pages. That's it. That's all. They are for the sake of Allah. May Allah help me. May Allah forgive me if I wronged anyone in doing so, or done anything ill to anyone, or said anything that you dislike. But I pray that if you hear truth from this page or from me, that it sticks with you and it helps you to get closer to Allah and get you closer to Jannah. Amen, amen, amen. So anyway, people are not going to be happy with you because you're Muslim. They're not going to be happy with you if you start speaking the truth. And some other Muslims may not be happy with you as well. Keep that in mind. But you're not here to please them. If you please Allah, He will take care of everything for you. He will make people to like you. He will make people to listen to you. He will open up doors for you that you have never seen. When it's time to make salah and you at work, go make salah. Because Allah is the one who gave you that job. You don't have to do anything haram in order to please Allah. I learned that. A wise person told me, sister, you don't disobey Allah in order to help people or to help yourself. And sometimes you may have to expose yourself in doing so. But it's all for humbling. It's all for realizing that the Creator is in control of everything. He is the all in all. That is what it's for. It's for us to keep in mind who we are serving. Who is the slave and who is the master? Allah is the master, and we are the slaves. And we have to learn how to fully submit, not submit partially, not submit to the things that make us feel comfortable and refute and dispute and all that kind of stuff, the things that we accept it all. We accept every part of Islam. We wholly submit to Allah. And we learn how to not always think of ourselves, but think of Allah first. Because it would change how you react, interact, how you move, how you think. It would change everything. How when something bad happened to you, how you take that in. So don't be a people pleaser. Please Allah. And if you want to call me the haram police, I would rather you call me the halal advocate. Because that's truly what I want to be. So I pray that Allah help me in those endeavors. I pray that Allah help you in your own. And I pray that Allah continue to guide us all and protect us from the hellfire. Ameen, ameen, ameen. If I never meet you in this dunya, I pray that we meet in Jannah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.